this morning, then swiftly changing to dumpiness when Jerome Powell suggested inflation is no longer transitory. Bitcoin and top altcoins continue to sit on the verge of a breakout in the middle of what will be, in my opinion, one of the largest resets in economic history, period, no cap, bar none, hands down, without question. Your host, Barnaby Bust, and much like Bitcoin, I have so much pent-up pumpiness stored inside, and I'm afraid I can't control it much longer. Absolutely time-sensitive alerts, and as well, if you're interested in our ledger or equivalent in BTC, all you have to do is comment below, and it is for subscribers. And as well, if you're interested in any other bonuses, make sure to check out the links below. And without any further ado, let's pump it. Big, with Bitcoin coming within inches and squinches of $60,000 earlier, it was then swiftly rejected as soon as Jerome Powell started to open his mouth. So if we go here, Bitcoin turns lower as Fed chair suggests inflation no longer transitory. So what does this mean? Bitcoin turned lower here with U.S. stocks after Fed Reserve Chair Jerome Powell said Tuesday that it might be time to retire the term transitory as a way of describing inflation. Meaning, potentially inflation has run away. Potentially, they can't control it, as they potentially believed they could, even though I don't think that they thought that. I'm pretty sure they always knew that they wouldn't be able to control it. The largest crypto is viewed by many as a hedge against inflation, based on the idea that its supply is tightly controlled by the programming built into the underlying blockchain, in contrast with the human-decided monetary policies of the Fed, which have ballooned its balance sheet to about almost $9 trillion, more than double in the last year, more than doubling in a year. Okay, insane. 9 trillion. It was about half of that 1 year ago. Okay, what a disaster. Anyway, inflation has continued to rise, and closely tracked CPI, or Consumer Price Index, climbing to 6.2% last month compared with 12 months earlier, is the highest pace in 3 decades. And economists were quick to warn that the price increases were not likely to reverse anytime soon. Okay, so obviously if Bitcoin is being viewed as a hedge against inflation and we're seeing insane inflation, what do you think that means? So one of the first things I want to take a look at as well, DXY actually had a move to the upside earlier today, and then it actually more recently, as you can see here, big move to the upside, and then over the past few hours kind of been going a little bit dumpier. SPX obviously following Bitcoin, or should I say Bitcoin's following the SPX in the stock market. But coins like Ethereum, Matic, I mean, they're actually still looking pretty good. Ethereum, it was well within, I think it's still only a couple percent. Yeah, it's only 4% away from all-time high. So Ethereum is looking so good right now. And Bitcoin honestly is not looking that bad, especially over the past few weeks here. But it is something that we need to be watching now, because for so long, so many people want to separate Bitcoin from the broader global markets. And they want to say, all right, well, Bitcoin can go on a bull run as long as the global markets don't affect it, or they just straight out say like they don't affect each other, which is nonsense. But we're losing time here, as Bitcoin's obviously taking longer and longer to continue to consolidate and hit upward price targets. We're pretty much up against a ticking time bomb, which is horrible monetary policy. Okay, that's been going on for a long time. Specifically, over the past year, it has been nuts. It has been bananas. And what this is Jerome basically admitting, I mean, for the most part, what he's saying is we have no idea what we're doing, or maybe they do have an idea what they're doing, and they're just trying to blow everything up. But with that being said, Bitcoin honestly not in a bad position here, but we need to be careful, again, because we have outside forces at play. And so we're still kind of just testing the top of this resistance turned, hopefully, support here. Bitcoin looking good. Again, these altcoins, specifically Ethereum and some other alts, in a very strong position here as well. And the only thing that can bring them down, in my opinion, is a lot of outside forces, not crypto-related things that obviously will play a part in crypto, like stocks, like the broader economy, like just the global markets in general. But yeah, for the most part, again, Bitcoin holding these levels is absolutely key. We just started this new week, so we have a long time. This candle could end up a million different ways. This could be a very dumpy candle and testing that 50-week moving, or the 21-week moving average at about 50 to 51K. Again, still coming up, very good. That's a good sign there. There's just good progress, more so. Or it could just end up being a very bullish month as well, this new month starting in just moments. Either way, there's really nothing to be concerned about at this moment. Bitcoin has been bearish for a couple of weeks now, and has painted multiple different bull flags. There are multiple different bullish divergences on some of these shorter time frames as well. Specifically, very clear on the 6-hour chart. Also, you can see that here. And overall, I think it is time for Bitcoin to make a move up. But really the only thing that, well, there are two big factors at play right now. outside of crypto, and that is this new variant, which again I think is less of a big deal than people. I think people overreacted at first. Again, we don't know for sure, but I think it will end up being a little bit of just a piece of FUD. And then obviously this, which is something, it's just a train that we've been seeing coming so slowly for months and months as we've been watching the markets over the past 2 years, ever since March of 2020 specifically, when things started to get really nutty. We've been watching this slowly happen. And it's basically a train getting ready to explode into another train in slow motion. And we're just hoping that we can get some nice gainers out of it pretty much before it happens. But with that, again, fundamentally, I see no reason to be, in fact, the opposite. I'm more bullish on Bitcoin than ever, okay? Which is why over 95% of my assets are in cryptocurrency, specifically most in Bitcoin and Ethereum, as I'm sure many of you have similar allocations there. But overall, holding around 57 here is just very important here on the 6-hour chart, this 50 moving average. We also have the $56,000 level, which is the 21 moving average on this 6-hour chart. Just important to hold those gains to continue upside momentum. But overall, this is one of those positions where I could see over the next few days, we do have a very nice move to the upside because of how much consolidation we've had. Testing of previous resistance into support is the goal. And other than that, we need to wait and see how this plays out and see if we're going to keep getting FUD dumped on top of us. But if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, turn in these absolutely time-sensitive alerts as well. Make sure to just leave your comment below to enter for a ledger or equivalent in BTC. And it is for subscribers. And as well, tomorrow, it does not look like we are going to reach $75,000 by tomorrow. So make sure to tune in to tomorrow's video, and we'll just be picking the 2 winners of the competition for that as well. And as well, if you're interested in any other bonuses, make sure to check out the comment and description below. And without any further ado, it's for me.